All right, what's up, y'all? Another blessing from Samar himself. Busted out the Strat book. Got some notes here for you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You see that organization right there, dude? You see those tabs and shit? What? All right, so I'm gonna give y'all 6 different ways. I think it's six to take banana control as a CT. Straightforward, no bullshit. The advantages, disadvantages. All right, none of this, cliche YouTuber stuff like none of this pug bullshit where it's like, yeah, you're gonna want to molly and nade and hopefully your teammate knows it. Like, no, dude, this is some team CS shit right here, man. We're all about the teamwork here, so let's get straight into it. So we'll start off with the standard way to take banana. This is what you're gonna see everyone do. I'll turn up my volume real quickly. Just default goes to 1% for whatever reason. I'll go to 20. All right, this is the most standard way to take banana. Two man take banana. You're gonna have one person molly close, stop a rush. Other guy's gonna come right here, crouch at like the shadow, like bar area, aim right there, and just left click throw a molly while you're crouched. This molly is one of the best mollies you can throw because it's gonna clear out the cubby, and sometimes it does spread to the back of logs, but there is a chance it does not spread, so you must be aware of that when you're doing this. So usually what people are gonna do for this banana take, you got the two mollies like the one I said. And then you molly close, you molly deep. Watch out for that rush. No one rushes. Okay, let's continue with the banana control. So one of you guys smoke deep banana, double nade logs, and then you can just flash or something like this. Boom, and you peek it. So the strengths of this, lots of util, so it means you're probably gonna take banana. The disadvantages of it is a lot of the util is thrown right here. So if some T has some balls and decides just to fucking peek you, you might get caught with utility in your hand. You might die for it. But the advantage of having a lot of util can also be a disadvantage because you can commit these two mollies, like I showed you, the one close and the one deep, and then commit your smoke before you even take control, and then you can just get smoked off back and boom. If the T's decide to counter smoke you at half wall, you just wasted all that util for nothing. That was a bad counter smoke. But yeah, now you have to wait 17 seconds, and by the time that's over with, your mollies are already faded, your smoke's already faded. So that's the one downside of this, right? Another good thing about this default, or this I guess you call it default setup. This setup is that you can play pretty reactionary. Like you don't have to commit to this. You can fall off if you need to. You don't have to you're not throwing all the util and then going you can stop mid through the setup. So that's the standard way to take banana. This I think. Pretty sure this is like a Vu video that he made, something like this. It's like some Astralis, how Astralis takes banana, or it might be an elbow. I think it's an elbow putty video, but that's usually how they take it. It's pretty standard at this point. So the next way to take it, which is I like to call it a second wave, or a re-exec if you're on the T side, second wave, re-exec, whatever. So what you're gonna notice is when you get to higher level play, is that T's they recognize banana takes. So if you are one of those teams that dumps util, what IGL in the right mind is going to be yo, rush banana. They're just going to wait it out and then just retake banana on you if they can. So one way to feign this is what I call a re-exec or a second wave. And you're going to have two of your A players or just one. And this one I would use two. Have them throw one molly and then two HEs. So the whole point of these guys is just to deal damage if there's anyone here initially. They're not trying to take banana at all, and that's why they're not committing two mollies, because that's a lot of util to throw, because there's going to be 4 people used initially. So these guys are only throwing one molly, and they're throwing two HEs. The molly is just to stop a rush. The two HEs are just to do damage. They can nade wherever the hell they want. They can nade down here. They can nade logs. Right here is probably going to be the best spot, because it's going to hit the cubby guy. But right, you're going to have your two A players. Boom. Molly close. Stop a rush. Double HE, and these guys just fucking leave. They're just gone. Just dip. You already made your presence. So now, the T's are thinking, oh, they just threw one molly, two HEs. Maybe they're not going for banana control, so they're gonna start creeping up again. But no, that's where they're wrong. You got your two other B players here ready, and they're gonna re-exec. So they're gonna smoke, molly close, do that same molly deep, clear out basically almost every angle. If you molly close right here instead, it's a lot better. You basically just pick up where you left off, and you just do the standard exec, or the standard setup, the standard way to take banana. Again, just after your two A players make presence. because the T's are gonna think that it's all clear. They're gonna start walking up, and then boom, they're getting hit by mollies and they can't escape, right? So that's the strength of this, is that it's gonna do a lot of damage if they decide to fall into the trap, and if someone was there, if they're smart, they're gonna back off. So pretty easy to take banana. The downsides of it though is like you might get timed in the meantime as like these guys throw nades and then they start creeping up, but you guys should be guns out for that. So hopefully you don't. I'm trying to think if there's any. The other disadvantage would be throwing a lot of util just to take banana, and the biggest disadvantage of this setup is A is super vulnerable with one person, so it's really important that you tell this A player to stay alive. His whole goal is to stall, so like he can stay like probably the best spot, probably like Balk or something, or at least somewhere he can smoke and keep himself alive, or smoke him off and stall. Might be in his best interest to smoke mid off the bat of the round, just so no one decides to push top mid early. That would probably be ideal for the A player, just to stall, because he's really vulnerable, right? So so like I said, now it's gonna cost you even a smoke on A site just to do the strat or the setup. So it really is cost. It's not cost friendly. It's gonna cost you a lot of util to do this, but it can be worth it. You know, you gotta know when to call it. So after that, we have the anti-rush banana take. This is what I call the anti-rush. I'm giving my strat book right now, dude. Like word for word. So this is the anti-rush. This takes 2 people, and basically it's just a modified version of the standard one. So what you're gonna do is molly close, and you're gonna jiggle because you're worried about a rush. The moment you come to sandbags, you're committed if they decide to rush, because it's so easy for a T to come here, boom, they smoke, and then they just peek you, and then they just fucking fly out at you, and you're dead sandbags. You're not getting out of this. You're maybe getting 1 if you're lucky. So this is the anti-rush way to take banana. 2 people. One guy's going to come here. There's not a smoke there. The molly's going to go down and land, but there's a smoke there because I'm a dumbass. He's going to molly close to try and prevent that rush, and he's going to sit here and jiggle at the corner, because if there is a rush, he has an easy fallback. The other guy, on the other hand, is going to sit here with a flash ready to throw if they do decide to rush. So if that player on the corner jiggling sees someone, he's going to call for the flash. Flash comes in. Maybe these guys do decide to rush, and he just swings and gets like 2 or 3 kills. And then if not, you know, if they just rush right off the bat, you don't have time to throw the flash or nothing, just leave. Just fall off, and you save your util. Just smoke off this, and you know, you stall, and you live to fight another day, right? So that's the anti-rush way of doing it. It's very reactionary, and it's really good against anti-ecos. That's like pretty important. If you're playing like an open, almost every team on their like eco rounds on T side is gonna be like, yo, rush B, bro. Like, so if you're an open RIM, this is like really good, because people are just gonna rush B on their pistol rounds, or their pistol rounds. So after that, we got our fast banana, and I don't know, this is probably one of my favorite ones to do. It's really in your face type shit. Like, you know, if you want to switch up the pace on these guys, and you know, maybe you've thrown so much util banana, and like you just haven't seen a face down here. You know, you haven't gotten your gunfight. You want to kill someone. You know what I'm saying, man? So this is like in your face type stuff. So this works really well when you're on an eco and you're like on an MP9 or like P250s or something. Like you want to get in their face. So what's gonna happen is 3 man for this. So 2 people. This is alright. I'm gonna start off with the one guy over here. So this guy's the most important guy. What he's gonna do is come here, and he's throwing the smoke right here. And basically, what this smoke does is gonna smoke off the T's car molly. They decide to molly car. This would extinguish it, but if the molly was thrown before the smoke, which it will be, I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, it will extinguish the molly. Excuse me. He's gonna throw the smoke. It'll extinguish the molly. And right after he throws this, he's coming here. And he's going to car flash twice for his teammates. I was just throwing HE instead. So he's going to car flash. And this is going to blind anyone pushing up banana. Right? The other 2 guys are going to sprint down banana. And on the fly, they're going to throw this on the fly. They're going to throw a bottom banana smoke on the fly. Not like that. That is like really unlucky. There's a chance that you can hit the corner right here. But they're going to throw a bottom banana smoke on the fly. Just run and throw it. It'll land down here. And then if they have HEs, they'll throw an HE. And if you have a molly, I think the best spot to molly is logs. So on the fly, you know, have someone come here, boom, they throw this, throw this, and then the other guy as he's running, he'll just like throw an A deep. And basically what's gonna happen is that smoke's gonna get extinguished, and you got your MP9, and flashes come in, boom, you just jump through and you just sprint down on them. You just book it. These two guys just come out, flashes are coming over. I'll show you where this flash lands. If you're a T, you're getting full blind, man. As you're running up, boom, flash comes in, and these guys are just in your face. I think there's another way to throw this flash as well. If you aim like right here, might be doing it wrong. It's like this or something, and it gets the guy in the cubby. Yeah, so this one will get the guy in the cubby playing like right here. So if you want, you can throw this one initially, and then if you allow the guy throwing the util just to come down here and throw this, and that'll get anyone really deep, and it still won't blind your teammates. So yeah, in your face, good for ecos and good for pace changes. You can do this on a full buy as well. Like, it's really good to change up the pace on your CT sides. Next one is what I'd call, like, this one kind of goes into more of the mid-round setup. It's not really a way to take banana, but it's like a way to play B site. I just decided to throw it in here as well. This is kind of I would call like a re-aggression car setup, and like it's like you play reactionary. So what you're gonna do is the whole plan of there's how would you say it? It's like there's two possible outcomes, and there's ways to play them both in like the detailed outline. So what's gonna happen is the idea is that this guy you're gonna let him take up banana, take car if they want, and you're gonna have one guy coughing, and you're gonna have one guy first oranges holding this angle right here, right? And once this guy first oranges makes a call that they're up, this guy here is gonna throw this molly. This is gonna molly off half wall, and then he's gonna flash for his buddy right here. And this dude's just gonna come out and swing this angle. It's a really easy to fight to take because any T's here are gonna be blind from this flash unless they are playing anti-flash. If they're smart, they're gonna be blind from this. And from like pure mechanics perspective, you're swinging and you have to clear a range of this wide, and this is pretty easy for anyone who like aim trains. Like, this is not a hard shot to hit this wide of angles, right? So that's the idea. But this is why I wanted to throw it into the banana take, is that you never want to just not make presence, because it's really important that you hide your setups. It's like the conditioning. So if you've been playing every round beforehand where you take banana, this round that you decide to do the car re-aggression, if you don't throw anything, the T's are just going to take it for free, right? They're going to see that you're not throwing anything, and they're like, okay, let's just walk it up and take it for free. So what you want to do is the guy who's playing first oranges, he can come here, molly close, and maybe throw an HE down. Just show some presence at least. Or he can even smoke bomb banana if he wants to commit to it. And this is where it can like actually benefit you for playing reactionary like this, because this guy's gonna be playing reactionary. If he sees that the T's decide to take banana, he's gonna fall off, and then it's gonna continue with the car re-aggression setup. But if he doesn't see anything, he could be like, yo, they haven't mollied or nothing. Like, if they don't even molly car, you might just continue with his banana control. And this is why it's important that this guy was here, because one, he's showing presence if the T's do decide to take it, and you're masking your setup. Two, if the T's decide to leave banana alone, you might be able to take it for cheaper than it was before, because all this guy cost him was one molly and a smoke. If the T's don't throw anything back, all you have to do is clear out logs and cubby. This might be pretty easy to take. So that's why it's important this guy's here. You might be like, the chances are you might end up taking banana for free based off the information you get from it. That's what I'm trying to say. And then the final one is, I would just call extra util. So if you want to dedicate more util, it's kind of like the second wave, but it's more like it's just like having an extra man there. Because the second wave is about like showing presence and just dipping it instantly. This one's kind of like the same thing, but it's more about, it's kind of like the same standard way to take banana like I showed before with a double molly, except that you have more util to do it now. So you're gonna have one of the A players come with, and he's just gonna throw a lot of quick util and leave. So what he's gonna do is come here, throw this molly like this. I think that's the right lineup. No, it is not. The lineup, you want to come like this, and then like aim at the roof, run, and then jump throw. He's basically gonna molly a half wall like that, right? He's gonna come here, nade deep, leave, flash car, and then come here and smoke bottom banana. Kind of a lot of util, right? But that's like the whole strength of it, because fact that he threw this smoke and this molly and the HE means that these two B players now have an extra smoke, molly, and HE for taking banana control. So if they wanted to do a full, like fully clear out banana with just mollies, these guys can have one do this molly right here. Actually, they'd be better off mollying cubby or logs, and then mollying cubby like this. And because this molly would still be up, the only spot that a T can be at would be in this little gap, and they could just double HE this. Right? So the T can only be in this area because that's mollied off, and that's mollied off, and this is mollied off. And he's about to get double HE'd. And so, like, you're going to take banana if you do this, unless you get smoked off. So that's like, like I said, the downside to this is that you can get smoked off, and it might halt it, but if you're ballsy, just jump to the smoke, man. You're a good aimer, you know what I'm saying? But, so yeah, the third person, basically his whole goal is to throw the extra util, to give the B players more util to continue the banana control, and to hang on to it. Because these guys now have two smokes to throw once this one fades. And they could re-smoke it, this one fades again, re-smoke it again. And just based off the smokes alone, that's what, 17 seconds each, 34, 51 seconds of having banana control, like, confirmed because they're smoked off. So, really strong stuff. That was the last setup that I had in my book, but yeah, let me know what you think of these videos. I think I want to call them like Strat Book or How To. That's what I call the last ones, How To. I'm thinking Strat Book sounds a lot better. It's kind of like the same series that Thorn has with his podcast. It's called Strat Book too, with like he interviews IGLs. But yeah, I'm thinking about calling it Strat Book. It sounds pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of the setups too, and the name, and I don't know, leave a comment or whatever. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you.